Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is Travis P11, and I have a problem. I am currently out of Safariland CLP. This is the usual lubricant and cleaner that I use. I've got a filthy Ruger EC9s that's in dire need of being cleaned up. So what am I going to do? So I went on to Amazon, and CLP, as of July 28th, 2020, is selling for $25 a can. 2-pack for 48 bucks. My local sporting goods store is sold out. My local Walmart is sold out. But have no fear, because readily available GunTube Lube CLP is here. Now, if you're not familiar with GunTube.org, it is the premier hosting platform for 2A social media. In other words, you're going to find lots of great gun videos in there. In fact, you're going to find content over there that you're not going to find on YouTube, because there's a lot of stuff that's firearm related that YouTube doesn't want us to show you. And over at GunTube.org, you can check it out. So make sure you head on over there. So let's go over and check out the GunTube.org website, and you'll see that you've got the CLP for purchase right now. It currently sells for $14 delivered. Now, that might seem a little bit expensive, but CLP was running me about $9 a can, not to mention the fact that I had to make a trip to the store to go get it. And also with the liquid form, I'm probably a little more likely to use less than I do with the spray can. With the spray cans, if you watch my cleaning videos, I tend to get a little bit carried away, and most of it usually, more of it ends up on the floor and the counter than it does on the actual firearm itself. So if you go on over to store.guntube.org, you'll find patches, stickers, magnets, and readily available GunTube Lube CLP. Now, Night Strike One, who's the owner of GunTube, the CEO of GunTube, is the person that is packing and shipping these bottles, and I got mine within just a couple days after requesting it. So if you don't want to wait more than a couple days, you know, especially now in the world of anything firearm related, it seems like there's a delay of 2, 3, 4 weeks to get the parts that you want, the firearms that you want, and a lot of places you're just straight up sold out. So let's go ahead and get the Ruger EC9s taken apart. Let's see how well this stuff cleans up and see if it does in fact do what it's supposed to do. Alright, so the EC9s is disassembled. We're going to go ahead and get it cleaned up. I'm not going to show you the complete cleaning, but we are going to see how well this stuff works. So we got a bunch of it on the patch here, and so here we go. Now, I do keep the firearms fairly clean just on their own. Okay, we're going to go ahead and run just a drop of this down the barrel. Go ahead and clean it out with a bore brush. So you can use the bore snake if you want to. The bore is already coming nice and clean. Just a good little scrub. I put about 80 rounds through it. I'm going to back it up with a nylon brush. And a lot of firearms come with brushes like this anyway. So I think if the manufacturer didn't want you to use it, they probably wouldn't include it in the package. Okay, let's go ahead and run a patch down the barrel and see if it picks up any of that carbon fouling, to see if the CLP is worthy of being part of the cleaning supplies used on the channel. And I do have to admit, it was very, very nice, very convenient being able to just have this stuff show up in my mailbox and not have to make a trip to the store or call and have the person not be able to find it and so on. Yeah. Bore is nice and shiny and clean. Okay. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, we'll set the barrel off to the side here. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and wipe off the pin, the disassembly pin. The only part of this firearm I really don't like, because it'd be nice if they would just simply have a latch that you pull down instead of having a pin that you can possibly lose and not always be able to just pop out if you need to at a moment's notice. Alright, now let's go ahead and start cleaning out the slide. Yeah, you can definitely see that gunk and all that carbon that CLP is picking up. Now this is a fairly heavily soaked patch, but it's really the only one I'm going to need to do my primary cleaning. The other area too you want to watch out for is in front of where your firing pin comes out, your striker area. You can get a big buildup in there of carbon, spent powders, and so on. So this is sometimes I like to take a brush to this too. You can see what's built up on there also. And like I said, this is only 80 rounds of Federal 115 grain that I ran through the pistol for my Handle It Grips gun test that I just did the other day. But with this being my daily carry, I do like to keep it maintained and clean as well as possible. Alright, so let's go ahead and run a Q-tip down the rails here. Just need a little dab of that. Okay, we're going to wipe off the excess with the dry side of the patch, or the dry side of the Q-tip. There we go. There's a thin layer that's in there, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, that looks pretty good. The other cool thing about this lubricant is that it is technically functioning as a fundraiser for GunTube.org, because GunTube, for the base package, when you become a GunTube content creator, I guess you could say, there's no cost to the user, which is excellent. You know, you can paste a certain number of videos, post in a certain number of videos on your channel for free, and that's always a good thing. Plus, let's just say you want to do like an assembly video or a modification video. which we're not doing here, by the way, but if you wanted to, you can. And GunTube is not going to blacklist you or whatever you want to call it, shadow ban you. Your video is going to get in the rotation, and if people want to watch it, they can watch it. And I think that's really a cool thing. Okay, let's get the EC9s put back together. And we are clean and ready to go back into the daily carry rotation. You know what's great about this lubricant also? There's no funky smells and all, nothing lingering in the air. Sometimes you get some of these sprays and cleaners and they're kind of unusual. This stuff does what it's supposed to do. Alright, so let's make a final verdict on GunTube Lube CLP. So there you have it, guys. Like I said, I'm having trouble finding CLP locally, and I don't feel like driving around all day or making a bunch of phone calls, so I'd like to be able to order from the convenience of home. So that's where store.guntube.org is going to come into play. I definitely see this as being the economical route where I can clean a lot of weapons with this big old bottle of oil that we have here. I don't have to use a whole lot of it. It's definitely the way to go. And I'm also supporting guntube.org, which again, a wonderful 2A media platform. Make sure you check it out. Get over there, subscribe to people over there, sign up for membership, and become part of the guntube.org family. So that's it, guys. In the meantime, I want you to have fun, be safe, keep your firearms nice and clean, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.